In the Marvel Universe, where powerful entities clash across dimensions, some battles stand out as truly legendary. One such potential showdown is between the Ancient One, the former Sorcerer Supreme, and Hela, the Asgardian goddess of death. These two formidable beings possess extraordinary abilities, each capable of bending reality in their own way. While one safeguards the balance of the universe with unparalleled knowledge of the mystic arts, the other is a relentless force of destruction, ruling over death itself. The Ancient One is a name passed down across generations, representing the most skilled practitioner of the mystic arts. The most well-known Ancient One, as seen in Marvel Comics and the MCU, was a guardian of the multiverse, wielding spells and manipulating energy with unmatched mastery. She trained many sorcerers, including Doctor Strange, and was instrumental in defending Earth from cosmic threats. Her power was drawn from various dimensions, allowing her to warp space, foresee the future, and even manipulate time itself. Despite her ultimate demise in the MCU, her influence remained, guiding Earth's sorcerers in their fight against dark forces. Hela, on the other hand, is the firstborn of Odin in the MCU and the rightful heir to Asgard's throne. She was imprisoned for millennia due to her uncontrollable lust for conquest, but upon her return, she demonstrated power that even the mighty Thor could not withstand. With her ability to summon necroswords from thin air, destroy enchanted weapons, and command the legions of the dead, she quickly reclaimed her title as the Goddess of Death. Her power was deeply tied to Asgard, meaning that as long as she remained connected to it, she was nearly invincible. However, even she was not beyond defeat, as her reign was ultimately ended by the fire demon Surtur. If these two immensely powerful beings ever engaged in battle, it would be a spectacle unlike any other. But who would emerge victorious in this clash of mystical might and divine destruction? Power and abilities, the mystic arts versus death's wrath. To truly understand the outcome of such a battle, we must first analyze their respective powers and abilities. The Ancient One's strength lies in her mastery of the mystic arts. She has the ability to manipulate energy, alter reality, and transport herself across dimensions. She can create mirror dimensions to trap her enemies, separate their astral forms from their physical bodies, and even tap into dark energy when necessary. Her knowledge extends beyond traditional magic, giving her insight into the past, present, and future. Her combat style is not based on brute strength but on intelligence, precision, and adaptability. She can open portals to redirect attacks, use illusions to disorient her enemies, and manipulate time to gain an advantage. Her connection to the dark dimension also gives her access to immense power, though she uses it sparingly to avoid corruption. Hela's abilities, on the other hand, are deeply rooted in her Asgardian nature. She possesses immense superhuman strength, durability, and regeneration, allowing her to withstand attacks that would obliterate lesser beings. She demonstrated her raw power when she shattered Mjolnir with one hand, an act that no other character had accomplished. Her necroswords are among her deadliest weapons, capable of piercing nearly any material and materializing in infinite numbers. In battle, she is an unstoppable force, using her immense agility and combat experience to overwhelm her foes. Her control over the dead allows her to summon armies at will, making her even more dangerous when fighting in her domain. However, her greatest weakness is her dependency on Asgard. Once cut off from its power, she becomes significantly weaker. When comparing their abilities, it becomes clear that this battle is not a simple contest of strength but one of strategy and resilience. While Hela's raw power is nearly unmatched, the Ancient One's versatility and ability to manipulate the battlefield could give her an edge. The battlefield and strategy. The location of their battle would be a crucial factor in determining the victor. If they fought on Asgard, Hela would be at her most powerful, drawing limitless energy from her homeland. Here, she could summon armies of the dead, create an endless supply of weapons, and regenerate from nearly any wound. In this environment, she would be nearly invincible, making it incredibly difficult for the Ancient One to gain the upper hand. However, if the battle took place in a neutral location or within the mirror dimension, the Ancient One would have complete control over the battlefield. She could manipulate space itself, creating illusions and distorting reality to keep Hela off balance. By separating Hela from her source of power, she could weaken her enough to find a way to defeat her. The Ancient One's fighting style is methodical and precise. She does not rely on brute force but instead outsmarts her opponents. She would likely attempt to remove Hela from the battlefield, using portal magic to send her to a realm where she could no longer draw power from Asgard. Additionally, by using time manipulation, she could foresee Hela's attacks and counter them before they even happened. Hela, however, is a relentless warrior. She does not rely on strategy as much as she does on overwhelming force. Once she locks onto her target, she pursues them with relentless aggression, cutting down anything in her path. Her combat experience is unparalleled, as she has fought in countless battles, leading Odin's armies in his early conquests. While she may not use magic in the same way as the Ancient One, her ability to regenerate and summon an endless arsenal of weapons makes her a nearly unstoppable force. Final verdict: who would win? This battle is one of the most difficult matchups to determine, as both characters possess abilities that could turn the tide in an instant. However, after analyzing their strengths, weaknesses, and potential strategies, the Ancient One would likely have the upper hand in most scenarios. While Hela is undoubtedly one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, her reliance on Asgard is a critical weakness. The Ancient One, being a master strategist, would recognize this and use her magic to isolate Hela from her source of power. By trapping her in the mirror dimension or another realm, she could effectively neutralize her abilities, making it possible to contain or even defeat her. Additionally, the Ancient One's knowledge of the multiverse and time manipulation would allow her to anticipate Hela's moves and react accordingly. Unlike Thor, who relied on brute strength to fight Hela, the Ancient One would approach the battle with intelligence and precision. She would not attempt to overpower Hela but rather outmaneuver her, using her magic to create openings and exploit weaknesses. That being said, if Hela managed to get close enough to the Ancient One, the battle could take a drastic turn. A single strike from her necroswords could be fatal, and her ability to summon an army would put immense pressure on the Ancient One. If the Ancient One failed to contain Hela early in the battle, the Goddess of Death could overwhelm her with sheer force. In conclusion, while both characters are incredibly powerful, the Ancient One's ability to manipulate reality, foresee attacks, and separate Hela from her power source would likely give her the victory. It would not be an easy battle, and any mistake could be fatal, but in the end, knowledge and strategy would triumph over brute strength. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.